Today on Flying, Fishing, and Food, we fly down to Morehead, North Carolina. I fly down with my good friend Al Pritchard. Al used to be a Navy F-14 pilot and was a Top Gun instructor. Very interesting guy.
A little bit of a crosswind. Okay, 2-4, 2-4, 2-4. You ready to go?
I'm ready, man. I was born ready.
Let's go. Okay.
Henderson Oxford, Sundowner 18787, downwind 24, Henderson.
You'll feel that turbo kick in. We are full speed.
Love it.
Speed is active. Rotate. Get the wings under us. Gear coming up. Gear up, lights out.
That's unreal.
Let the speed build up. All right, let's climb. Let's get up to 1,000.
Henderson traffic 8092 Echo, 7 miles out, going to be entering the 45 for the downwind for runways 24, Henderson traffic.
Oxford traffic, Cessna 44 Lima, 4 miles west, 2,300 feet, inbound for runway 24, Oxford.
Runway.
Henderson Oxford traffic, Sundowner 18787, turning final 24, Henderson Oxford.
When do you have to contact Raleigh?
Once I get up a little bit higher. So we're going direct, enter. Is that okay?
Henderson Oxford traffic, 32 Charlie Cherokee 3000 inbound for practice on nav approach runway 6, circle to land 24.
Let's see, we got some traffic.
Oxford traffic, Cessna 44 Lima, entering 45 for runway 24, Oxford.
Traffic.
Traffic, this is the party cars here. You departing to the southwest?
Where do you see traffic?
Right there. See it right there?
Oh, yeah. And did you see it on this?
Yeah, it showed us right here.
Oh, my gosh.
Cause traffic 04 Yankee, staying in the pattern, we're turning crosswind 20 now.
Roger that. We're maneuvering about 1,000 feet above the ground. We got you in sight.
That's a nice little thing to have, isn't it?
Henderson traffic, Bonanza 9 Delta Victor at crosswind, departing the pattern to the east. Yeah, it is. It's good. Okay, let's go over to Raleigh.
Raleigh departure, Aero 57343.
Archer 57343, Raleigh departure, radar contact. Maintain VFR at or below 3,500.
VFR at or below 3,500 now, 57343.
Brickyard 5708, contact Washington Center 123.85.
Climb. Raleigh approach, Bonanza 9 Delta Victor.
Bonanza call and approach, go, say again.
Bonanza 9 Delta Victor.
Bonanza 9 Delta Victor, Raleigh approach, squawk 5337.
5337. I got it. Okay.
November 57343, resume on navigation, Burlington.
On navigation now to Burlington 57343.
Endeavor 4974, contact Washington Center 135.2.
35.2, Endeavor 4974, good day. Got autopilot on?
Autopilot is on. We're
Sure.
climbing at 1,000 feet a minute, which will be good. See, we're going up to 7.
November 9 Delta Victor, radar contact, 5 miles south of Hotel November Zulu at 3,600. Climb and maintain 7,000 and you're clear direct Morehead.
Roger, up to 7, clear direct Morehead, 9 Delta Victor.
How long did it take you to learn all of this?
You know, you really don't feel totally comfortable on the plane until you've got about, 100 hours in it.
I still feel like I'm behind the A-ball here, especially with the prop. There's a lot more going on the prop than is jet. Talking big.
So we're in climb, so we'll climb up to 7,000.
Al and I have known each other since high school. He was my blocking guard on the football team, so we had a lot of great experiences together. He ended up going to University of North Carolina, and I ended up going to Appalachian State, so we didn't see each other for many years. It's great to have reconnected with him.
This is nice, though.
You like it? So we're flying today with Al Pritchard, and we're going down to Morehead for probably the most expensive lunch we have had in a while. We're going to have a $400 seafood lunch. So Al is a former F-14 Navy F-14 pilot and a Top Gun instructor, and he was actually
Center 55 Foxtrot, contact Washington Center 132.22.
He actually went through the Top Gun school right before the Top Gun movie came out, right?
Correct. 1 month prior.
So he is definitely a jet jock back then, many years ago. So you have to tell the story of the Bob. I think that's one of my favorite stories about when you were training.
Washington Center, 1 Golf Sierra, request.
Go ahead.
Got any ride reports from what's up ahead? We're getting a little bit of light chop here at 6,000.
November 654, Papa, how's your ride?
Smooth as could be.
November 1 Golf Sierra, smooth at 8,500, about 7 miles to the west of you. I'll have 8,000 hour request standby for coordination.
We're just going to check some winds. We'll be right back to you, 1 Golf Sierra.
Got it?
So you actually instructed out of Pensacola, right?
Yeah. So I got my wings February 12th to 82. Pensacola is a plowback or surgrad selectively graduate.
Right.
What they do is they make you an instructor. So you've got all of a couple 100 hours in jets, and they make you teach other people. How's that for scary?
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, but see, the people have less experience than you, so they don't know.
Approach 1 Golf Sierra. Can we get 4?
They don't know how close to death they are.
You're the expert, right?
Exactly. Survive. Great thing about being a surgrad, though, you pick your choice of
Could you give their
aircraft
location again,
and
Papa?
location. I wanted F-14s, East Coast.
Right.
Number 51 Lima, traffic 1 o'clock, about 3 miles southwestbound is a Cirrus, 500 feet above you.
Get a wife.
Oh, we have traffic inside, Papa Lima.
Thank you. Blue Streak 5428, contact Wilmington approach 118.25.
So how long were you down in Pensacola?
18 months as an instructor.
Okay.
So,
And then you ended up on Carrier, right?
and so October of 83, I went into the RAG, which is replacement air group. So they teach you how to fly particular aircraft. So mine was F-14. That's either at Oceana or at Miramar at the time.
Okay.
Depending on if you're East Coast or West Coast.
So your group or squadron was what?
And so I was the top header, VF-14. The
Yeah,
oldest
1 Golf Sierra out of 644.
oldest active duty squadron still in the Navy
Okay.
back in early 1900s.
Nice.
So we went to the RAG for about 9 months, carrier qual, and learned everything about that airplane. They put you into a squadron, so at that time they have squadrons pick out students they want coming through the RAG. They hear about you from other guys, so they sort of have a draft. So I got drafted into VF-14.
Okay. And what carrier were you on?
At the time, we were on the Independence.
Independence, okay.
Then we transitioned after the first cruise back to the Kennedy, it was on the Kennedy prior. Then the Air Wing 3 went from the Kennedy to Independence and then back to the Kennedy.
Gotcha.
Now they're West Coast.
Right. And so tell me the story of Bob. You told me before, I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, so down in Pensacola.
Delta 2294, contact Norfolk approach, 127.9er.
All right, 27.9, so you.
November 7, correction, November 9er, Delta Victor, traffic 11 o'clock, 2 miles southbound, type unknown, altitude indicates 1,000 feet and climbing.
Roger, we're looking. feet and climbing.
Southeast from us.
4,500 feet. Yeah. Over here to the left.
There's an airfield down there.
Yep. Staying at 4,500, so it should be below us. Okay, go ahead.
Yep. So anyway, on the first solo, after 10 flights, you solo in a T-34 Charlie back then, and you would go from Milton, Florida, down to the whiskey area off Pensacola. So between the Gulf of Mexico, Mobile Bay, and below I-10. That was sort of our whiskey area. We got to play around. And this gentleman, he was a Marine pilot named Bob. He was so excited. I think his call sign was 2 Echo 359.
Uh-huh.
And he went out, and when you return back to Milton, you're supposed to check in with Pensacola Approach. Tell them who you are, 2 Echo 359, head back to Milton. Well, during his solo, he got so excited he forgot who he was. So he forgot his call sign. He was supposed to rendezvous at Point Charlie. Point Charlie happened to be a restaurant, a Stuckey's restaurant, right over I-10. So he forgot what the name of the rendezvous point, the entry point to Milton, so to Whiting Field. So he circled and he says, I don't know what I'm going to do. I forget who I am and I don't even know where I'm supposed to be. Except I'm supposed to be at this Stuckey's restaurant.
Never Victor, contact Seymour approach 123.7.
9 Delta Victor, 123.7 over to Seymour Johnson, 9 Delta Victor.
Okay.
Two, 3.7. You check in with them. Seymour Johnson approach, Bonanza 9 Delta Victor at 7.
Bonanza 9er Delta Victor, Seymour approach, altimeter 3007, descend and maintain 5,000.
Down to 5,000, 9 Delta Victor. Okay, so get us down. We'll start coming down a little bit. I'll back must have some stuff going on.
3007.
Johnson, want to get us down a little lower. Okay, so
I'd hate to be hit by an F-15.
Yeah, those F-15s are kind of fast.
Yeah, it'll leave a mark.
So you can see Highway 70 right there. Okay, so back to Bob.
Yeah, so Bob.
And wing 74, that traffic's now about 5 miles northwest of the Kinston Vortex. Altitude indicates 5,400 northeastbound.
1,000 to go?
Yep.
But so Bob forgot who he was and where he was. So he was circled over the Stuckey's restaurant and switched up to Pensacola Approach, and he finally decided he's going to run out of fuel or he's going to have to confess. Right. I don't know who I am. So he calls up, goes, Pensacola Approach. They go, calling Pensacola Approach, go ahead. Yes, sir, I'm a Navy pilot out of Whiting Field. I said, yes, sir, what's your call sign? Well, sir, I forgot. And they go, you did what? So I forgot my call sign. And I'm on my first solo and I need to return to Whiting Field. And so after they probably laughed and got everybody else on the comm.
Right.
They said, well, son, don't worry about it. What's your name? Bob. Okay, Bob. Bob, where are you? I'm over at Point Stuckey's. You mean Point Charlie? Yes, sir. That's exactly where I mean. They said, well, Bob, don't you worry about it. We're going to get you home. He said, so Bob, why don't you take initial steer 350, drop down 1,000 feet, and And of course, at that time, they were jerking him around. They said, hey, Bob, why don't you come right 5 degrees?
Right.
You got a little traffic above you. Hey, Bob, why don't you come left another 10?
Right.
And every time they used his name, it was like chalk, fingernails on the chalkboard. Finally, after messing with him for an unmerciful amount of time, they said, hey, Bob, you should have Whiting Field on the nose 10 miles. Roger, I got it. They said, good, you're clear to switch tower. And, oh, by the way, Bob, have a nice day. Thank you, Pensacola. And he switched the tower frequency, and as he reached down to switch the frequency, somewhat God saved him because someone had grease penciled in his call sign.
Call sign.
2 Echo 359. He felt like a new man because he knows everybody, all the squadrons would be...
Everybody's listening.
Oh, monitoring tower frequency. So now it can at least come back at 2 Echo 359.
November 321 Golf Sierra, traffic 12 o'clock, 15 miles northeastbound. Altitude indicates 4,500, appears descending.
Looking for the traffic, 1 Golf Sierra, thank you.
So Bob changes tower frequency, and he's a new man. He says, Whiting Tower, this is 2 Echo 359, 10 miles for the break. There was a pregnant pause, and the tower goes, Bob, is that you?
They were not going to let him get away with it.
He never got over. Are you kidding me?
Oh, my God.
Sometimes the old saying was, it's better to die than look bad. He was going to do both.
Truly. Truly.
What's this, the line? Radio island?
Radio island.
Do they have a VASI or anything?
They do on some of the runways. This one doesn't look like it has it on it.
Weird thing.
Morehead traffic, Bonanza 9 Delta Victor, 2 miles on a final for 14 Morehead. Straight shot in. Everything's green. Lower down some more. To the numbers. And she's down.
4.
What's that?
74. That's down to 70.
Oh yeah? 74. Still cutting in and out?
Yeah, I think I'm okay now. It just, I don't...
Weird.
It's a weird visual approach to me.
I'll bet. Hardly any wind down here.
So how long is this runway?
Let's see. How long is it? 4,000 feet.
4.
Morehead traffic, Bonanza 9 Delta Victor is clearly active.
The airport's located in Beaufort, North Carolina, which is right beside Morehead. So you've got Morehead, Radio Island, and then Beaufort going east. Across from Morehead is Atlantic Beach and Fort Macon on the east side of Atlantic Beach. We're going to head over to the Ruddy Duck, one of our favorite places to eat down in Morehead. The Ruddy Duck is located on Evans Street in downtown Morehead. It sits on the causeway right across from Sugarloaf Island. It's a great place to sit and watch boats go by.
How you doing? Doing good. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
Al and I had the Mediterranean salad with mahi. Before that, we had the black bean dip, which is an unbelievable appetizer. The food was excellent. One of my other favorite dishes is the chiapino. They do it with local seafood, and it is wonderful. All in all, Ruddy Duck has a lot to offer. It has a great staff, excellent food. It's one of the few restaurants that's actually located on the water, so you can sit back with a drink and watch the boats go by. We take off out of Beaufort Airport, headed back to Raleigh. It was a great day, an excellent lunch, and a great time to hang out with a friend. We take off, headed south, out over the Sound, headed towards Cape Lookout. We make a right turn and head back towards the west, over Atlantic Beach and over Morehead, the area known as the Crystal Coast, appropriately named. The island directly ahead is the eastern tip of the Atlantic Beach. This area is where Fort Macon is located. As we fly over Atlantic Beach, We'll then make a right turn right past Radio Island and head right over Morehead. We'll actually head right over the Ruddy Duck as we head back to Henderson, our home airport.
So anyway, we're on the Lexington for our first qual, and the captain of the Lexington was a commander.
Cherry Point approach, Army Copter 03755, level 5000.
Army Copter 3755, Cherry Point approach, Cherry Point altimeter 3009er.
3009, Army Copter 03755.
Anyway, he was notorious for being really tough.
And that's 3 Hotel, you're starting to exit my airspace to the northwest, say intentions?
We're just practicing hold, so we can come back towards the south. 3 Hotel.
That's 3 Hotel, roger.
Anyway, he hated anybody to double click him, especially young students.
Oh, really?
Who thought we were salty. So instead of saying Roger, we just click.
Right, he didn't like that.
No, so he said, anybody who double clicks me, I'll have your wings before you have them. Okay, whatever. So we're all landing, and then our commanding officer of our squadron, 22, he decided that he had some extra fuel. He wanted to get some traps. Because he leads us out there and flies overhead and watches everything and carries us back.
Right.
Sort of like Mother Goose.
Right.
Well, they had some extra time. Everybody did well. So we're sitting there refueling on the flight deck. So our skipper came down and got a couple of traps. And he landed right the first time, a little bit right. So their boss says, hey, he didn't know who he was. He just said, hey, whatever your aircraft was, you landed a little bit right. I need you to really watch your line up. And the skipper clicked him, double clicked him, click. And the skipper of the carrier went bananas. Says, I've told you guys I don't want anybody double clicking me. I want your name and your rank. Goes Smith, CDR. Goes click.
And Army Copter 3755, traffic at your 11 o'clock, 6 miles northeastbound. It's Cessna 172, 4,000 feet.
Never mind.
Roger, be searching for traffic.
Yeah.
That's 3 Hotel, traffic out of your right turn at your 2 o'clock.
As we leave the coast behind, we head back west, up the Pamlico Sound, and right over Newbern, North Carolina. You can see Newbern to the right on the Pamlico Sound.
So did you ever have any close calls in the air?
Oh, yeah.
You're kind of fighting, and all of a sudden you're just on top of them,
Or if you're chasing an F-14 up, and then they would get scared, and they'd be looking at you and not their airspeed.
Yeah.
And then they would just run out of airspeed and it'd flop around.
Oh,
and you had to get out of the way.
Oh my God.
Because you're right underneath them. You go, oh my God.
They fall right on you.
Oh yeah. Or they put their nose on you.
T11, car maintain 10,000.
They do not put your nose on me. What do? They put their nose right on you.
Do not put your nose on me.
I saw an airplane go between the two tails of an F-14.
My God. That's too close. That's way too close.
Yeah, we had
altimeter 2999.
we had a Top Gun instructor put his left wingtip
Chief
fuel
are
tank
probably going to be non-centered.
of an F5 into an F-14 wing.
Roger.
Damn.
Really?
Like it speared him.
Chief and they will have a wingman squawk sub-7 altitude.
Wow. And they both made it back. That's amazing.
That is amazing. And anytime you're doing, you know, sea operations, that's always dangerous, I'm sure.
God, yes.
Especially in bad weather and the ship's pitching.
Chief
and
contact watch channel, look, channel 8. See you.
I don't want to think about it. Honestly.
Wow. So headed back at 8,000 feet, back to Henderson. New cloud, looks like there's a cloud layer at maybe 10,000 feet, and then there's another one right below us, maybe 5,000 feet, kind of scattered.
Do you have any radar on board?
Yeah, so, good question. So this gets a feed of weather, see the weather here?
Oh, wow.
So it's not real time, but it's pretty close. It lags about maybe 5 minutes, and it'll show up on here too.
No kidding.
So you can see there's some weather down here south of us. Whoops. Go back. Close. So there's weather down here. So there's a big cell down here in Florida. So the nice thing is I can pull up on here, and it gives me some guidance to fly around it, even though I don't have radar on the plane. And that's one of the neat things. Traffic avoidance and weather avoidance has been one of the greatest things about both Garmin and ForeFlight on the laptops and on the awesome. And you just get so much good data. You know what I mean? So we're severe clear all the way to Henderson.
Beautiful. I love this. So these are other aircraft?
Yep. Yep, those little triangles, and it shows you kind of the direction. And then you can actually see their call sign here. So
November 728, Delta Sierra, Timor approach.
Tells you this is a Southwest Airlines, 367 knots.
40,000.
Yeah, so these are really high. And then this one right here that's below us, 6,000 feet. So this one's going 126 knots. So more than likely it's like a little...
And November 938, Delta Sierra, roger. State type aircraft, and altitude request in flight. November 0 Kilo Bravo, contact Seymour Johnson approach 123.7.
There it is. On the nose.
Coming back into Henderson, flying over Lake Gaston and Carr Lake, we set up for the 2-4 approach into HNZ, our home airport.
Speed back up.
Raleigh approach, good afternoon. It's Skylane 197 Bravo Sierra checking in at 7,000.
Number 197 Bravo Sierra, Raleigh approach, good afternoon. Altimeter 3998.
3998, 7 Bravo Sierra.
Raleigh, clear. Correction, 42510 Bravo, just off Johnson County, looking to pick up I-4.
42510.
So the plane's flying it now, flying it down the glide slope. Speed is good. So you'd ride this down to 723 feet.
It's unreal.
Without seeing anything?
I tell you, that's really nice. It takes a lot of heat off.
It does. Okay, gumps. Gas is on the right, undercarriage is down, mixture's full rich, prop is full, lights are on. Coming up on Oxford.
Departing to the northeast, last call, Tri-County.
Speed is good. On the glide slope. Glide slope's we're a little bit.
See, that helps me get a good eyesight too.
Yep.
So where's your distance from the field? Where does it?
Right here.
Oh, okay.
Well, wait a minute. Hit this last waypoint, and that'll give you the distance to the field. Okay, distance a mile. Henderson traffic, Bonanza 9 Delta Victor is a mile out, straight in, 24 RNAV approach, full stop. Okay, I'll click out of the autopilot now. Let's get over a little bit. A little bit low. Let's get up a little bit. A little bit of a crosswind. Light to the numbers. Not the smoothest landing in the world, but not too bad. Definitely gusty.
Yeah, and it's got a strong crosswind.
Yeah, got a little crosswind.
Do you crab and straighten it out, or do you on top rudder?
I tend to crab and straighten it out. Okay, there's two thoughts around that.
Of course, the Navy always call it wing down, top rudder.
Yeah.
But on a heavy aircraft, you can't do that, obviously.
I'm sure if you get into that thing too sideways, it's going to come out of the sky quick. And how much fuel is that remaining on there?
Like 3,200 pounds,
right.
4,000 pounds.
Would that give you much time?
Gave you a couple of looks of the deck.
After that, oh shit.
Yeah, you got a tank. Go find Texaco. But I was one of the few that never went around ever.
You had it down.
I may not be pretty all the time,
but you got it on the deck.
But I didn't have to go back around and waste heartbeats.
I bet that was a pucker when you went around a couple of times and had to go get fuel and do it again.
Yes.
Woo.
Oh,
talk about pressure
at night.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Steve, I have thoroughly enjoyed this.
Oh, good.
This has been really a dream.
Yeah, I love flying around. It's fun. Yeah, that's a light twin. So what's the definition of a light twin? He says, well, it's got two engines. It's got one that if it goes out, the other one takes you to the accident.
That's a great line.
I said, oh, that sounds fun.
That's a great line.
Al and I had a great day together. We had an excellent lunch, some good time flying down and coming back. Many thanks to Al, to the folks at the Ruddy Duck, folks at the Beaufort Airport. We'll see you again soon.